Hey everyone, welcome to Grenadier USA. Sorry for the noise, we've got the air compressors and some of the machines running. We're a small machine shop based out of Florida, and for fun, I'm making some parts for a personal vehicle, which is a Grenadier, and just kind of having fun making accessories. Right now I'm going to show you the installation for one of our accessories that goes in the rear cargo area, and it's a sort of an L-track adapter that allows you to pull the factory tie-down rings off the wall, put our L-track up, and put the factory tie-down rings back in place. So you don't lose the functionality of the factory tie-down rings, but you also gain some L-track on the wall that can be used to hang things or store your L-track accessories. So essentially, we are pulling these rings off the wall, and we are replacing it with this kit. There are 10 pieces in the kit. There are 2 of these rails, there are 4 spacer pucks, and there are 4 longer bolts. And these bolts are a T40, so you're going to need a T40 Torx, and the factory bolts are a T45, so you will need a T45 Torx driver for those to get them off. The factory bolts can be difficult. I think there's a little bit of Loctite on there from the factory, some kind of thread locker. So you will need to crank those to break that Loctite, and then they'll come out. Mine are going to come out easily because we've done this several times with this vehicle. I start with a T45 driver. I like one that's on a ratchet or some other tool that really allows me to get some torque on it, because these do have thread locker from the factory. You'll pull those off. It's loose there. That's loose there. I'll just spin these out because now they've broke that thread locker. So that pops off. You can save these, set them aside, but you will not be reusing them. You will, however, be reusing this factory ring. Let's do the same to the other side. So now you've got this side off, this side off. Save this. Set aside the factory screw and pull one of your L-track bars out of the factory. Now these are symmetric. However, because the spacing on these L-tracks does not line up with the length of the bar, these pockets look a little different. So you can try and match left and right when you put them on, although technically it doesn't really matter. What I like to do is take this factory ring. The way this works is that tab that's bent down on the factory tie-down ring goes in the larger hole, and then this new fastener goes through the smaller hole, and the factory ring works almost like a washer, and stays in place and protects and it clamps down on that L-track. Now we're switching to a T40 fastener, and we're also going to put this spacer in place. The spacer has one side that's round and one side that has an indent. That indent actually goes around this tab on the factory tie-down ring, so it keeps everything aligned. So that is going to go here, that is going to go here, and I like to just get that in there finger tight and just kind of let it sit there. Do the same to the other side. Put your factory tie-down ring in, your fastener, and your puck. Remember that puck aligns with that bent tab. Everything goes in place. Now, just make sure when you tighten everything up, I'm using a T40 wrench here. I get this almost snug. I go back and just make sure this puck is lined up. Now, I don't use thread locker on this. You know, if I haven't had it come loose yet, clamping down on this body panel seems to apply enough spring-loaded pressure to kind of keep everything locked together like a lock washer. But, you know, give it, I don't know, a little tighter than finger tight on each side, and now you're done. You've got 2 tie-down rings, same as the factory, they're just pushed out further. so you can still use those for really strong tie down point. And then you've also got this L track, which is strong, lets you hang stuff, will let you have multiple tie down points. It's also a great place to store your extra L track fittings if you don't want to leave them on the outside of the vehicle. So as you can see, it's a pretty easy install. I mean, it really only takes a couple minutes per side. And then this track works with the factory tie down points. You can put those on. We also have some other options on our website if you're interested, or any other standard L track will work. These hooks are pretty nice for back here. You can put them in, and sorry, it's hard to do one-handed. You put these hooks in, and give you a place to hang some stuff in the back of the vehicle. Great for little bags. There's also, other bags that you can get that are designed to work with L track. So there's a lot of options here. And if you guys have any questions about this system or anything else on our website, as always, feel free to reach out to us. We respond fastest to email, and check our Instagram maybe once or twice a week. It's not really where we spend most of our time, but reach out to us, grenadierusa.com, or shoot us an email at grenadierparts@gmail.com.